All right. So I want to touch on a little bit. Well, we had some developments during the course of the day and it's something we have been speaking to, it was in the press a bit, where Areios Aquatechs, with the governance a little bit. We're talking governance still, Areios Aquatechs withdrew from taking part in the AGM, because, as you know, we have a thing in swimming that we call ghost clubs, or we have to call them unconstitutional clubs. You are supposed to have 10 active competitors a month in a club in order to be considered an ordinary member. Right? An active competitive swimmer is an athlete that takes part in a national championship and 2 meets during the course of the year. And there are several clubs that have not taken part in meets as far back as 2015, and they still remain on the books of the organization. So now we're talking about rules and putting in rules for swimmers and rules for this. And when it comes to our democratic process, rules are not being followed. And I want to applaud Franz Huggins today for putting out that piece where he said he would not be a part of the process, although, I mean, he was still considered an ordinary member. I mean, a lot of times, being as a member of an association, knowing that you're not legitimate, that's called cheating. Right? That's called cheating. And for too long, too many of us have overlooked it. All of us, well, not Chantal so much, all of us have been a part of the association. Every time elections come up, it comes up, and no leadership has had the will to put their foot down and deal with this thing that has been affecting association. And it's not only about elections. If people are not actively involved in your sport, they're not coming to meetings, they're not coming to meets, they're not contributing anything financially to the association, and they still want to come and vote on it, that is unethical. Right? And we have to call it out. We have to call it out for what it is, because there are too many clubs who have to scrape up to pay that $500 every year. Then they get it 10 swimmers, that's the next $1,000, and giving $1,500 to the association every year. And there are clubs that come and pay $500 with no swimmers and come to vote and be a part of the process. It's illegal, well, not illegal, it's immoral, it's unethical, and should be rejected by every member of this association that does their part to build this association. When you have meetings, and you can't have a quorum because you have a group of people who decide that they're not part of the association. They're not here, they're just voters. And it is unacceptable. And clubs, I applaud Franz, because I'll be real, Franz is somebody I know would have supported me. But I prefer to do this with integrity and ethics. And for too long, that's what has been going on in this association. Lack of integrity, lack of ethics. People, is a friend thing, a popularity thing. And we don't want to put in rules because we don't want to follow rules. But we want to tell the swimmers the rules to follow. We want to tell swimmers, we write an email and tell swimmers, this is the rule we come out now for you. This needs to be rejected, and the clubs that continue to do this, they need to be reverted to associate members, so that we could have an association here of people with a genuine interest in the sport. And this is something that we're asking Saturday, especially, that we want the constitutional members of the association to show up to vote.